Getting started with ClearPath. This video is to help first-time users become familiar with the benefits of ClearPath. The first thing to realize is ClearPath has no setup after download. It is designed to work with all standard Jira capabilities, so you can get started on day one. The primary way to access ClearPath is through the Jira Apps menu. Selecting the menu item will load ClearPath. For now, let's assume you don't have any tickets and you're creating from scratch. You'll want to riff off a chunk of tickets by selecting the Create button in the bottom right-hand corner. ClearPath will display the Jira Create dialog using the settings from your Jira instance. I'm going to create a few tickets quickly, entering just a few sets of details such as the project, the issue type, the title, and the parent, and I'll check the checkbox to create more. Before I create my last ticket, I'll uncheck the checkbox, and when I click Create, you'll see all the tickets appear on the canvas. Based on my mental model of how I'm writing the tickets, they have an implementation order. So I'll start creating the blocking relationships graphically. Left click and hold on one of the link handles, drag and release on the handle of another ticket. Here you'll see I have one ticket blocking another one. I continue by creating the other relationships. When I have the relationships entered, I click this refresh layout button on the right side of the screen, and it will recalculate the layout based on the dependencies I've entered. Look at that. It very clearly shows me my implementation order of my tickets. The first ticket is in the first row, then the ones it unblocks are in the second row, and so on. If I made a mistake, I can select on a link line and have a few options available. I could click the delete button on the toolbar to delete the link line altogether. You could also use your keyboard if you want to, backspace or delete button. If the link is correct, I can just click the reverse button to change the direction of the link. Much quicker than doing it in Jira. If I accidentally pick the wrong ticket, I can click and hold on a drag handle and move the relationship to a different ticket. Once I feel I have the basis of the ticket set, I'll start editing and adding more information. To edit ticket info, I can click on the ticket number link. I can select the ticket and click the edit pencil on the toolbar, or I can just access it from the More menu. As I work in ClearPath, I use all of these methods. The way the Edit Issue screen is configured for your Jira instance is the same way it is displayed here. You can start putting in the additional details, add links to your designs, add acceptance criteria, assign the planned fix version, whatever details you want to add. That's probably a good place for people to start and see the base value of ClearPath. But what if you want to come back the next day or the next week and continue to refine things? So a couple things to consider. One is looking at the JQL query. As you create new tickets, we're updating the query so you have one that includes everything you were viewing plus the new edits. You can go ahead and click the Save filter, and you can save this exact query to Jira filter so you can easily bring it up later. But I'm going to pretend I come back the next day, the app is cleared. Here's how I bring the data back up and keep working with it. The filter area up here, switch it to JQL mode. Once there, I'll click the filters button, select that filter I just saved, and it gets loaded in. I click the enter key to execute, but you could also mouse click and click the search button, and voila, the tickets came back. What if I didn't want to save the JQL filter? Well, for me, I was entering Agile standard data as I was entering the ticket, such as fix version and parent epic. So what I can do is switch the filter mode from JQL to basic. select the project my tickets were in, I'll select the fixed version I was assigning, and there they are. This is just an example, but let's say you forgot to put in a parent value on your tickets. There's actually a no parent option in the pull down to help you find that. So this is looking pretty good, but what if there are other items you wanted to explore? The Find tool is great for finding a ticket in the canvas. Let's say you have visualization with 100 tickets or more. Open the Find tool, type the ticket number or the beginning of the ticket title, find the matching search result, and then the canvas is automatically panned and zoomed onto the ticket you were finding. The tool also has some shortcuts built into it, such as it will pre-populate your recently viewed tickets or any tickets that have triggered warnings. It's just an easy way to collaborate. There are a variety of other quick tools up here on the same toolbar. You can copy a URL to the clipboard to message one of your teammates so they can get in quickly. You could also save a snapshot of the canvas to an SVG file to embed into a slide deck or maybe just to retain for records. If you have specified the query for your tickets and you really want to maximize your canvas space, you can go into full screen mode to hide most of the top controls, but you can actually go over to the minimap controls and hide the minimap as well. For me, help is always a good thing to check out, as it shows you how to get to our YouTube playlist, how to reach us if you have any questions or issues. And lastly, we have user settings. Most of these are set it and forget it settings, like preferred line style and color settings for a critical path and bottleneck tools. But some of the other settings you may change more dynamically, like whether you want to be able to see more tickets at a time or not. You can have the compact spacing. Also, if you're interested in having too many or too little bottlenecks being identified, then you can change how many dependencies is the threshold to use for bottlenecks. That's a quick summary of how to get started with ClearPath and evaluate it. I think you're going to see some immense value with it.